So this conversation just made me think of a question, like what do you think it means to be truly human? Just to like live in a state of fearlessness, or yeah, what does it mean to be truly human?
Like human in the physical form or the internal form, like your
Internal, like what are we supposed to be as humans? What would, I don't know, what's our to be truly
like
human?
your
I guess,
true inner potential. Like
yeah,
I
like
would say your true inner potential, just to be loving, is kind and unattached to the Maya delusional world as possible. Like I like when they say in yoga, neti neti, which means not this, not this. So most yogis look at their own body like changing clothes. So if they're not attached to their body, they're not definitely not attached to whatever the narrative is on mainstream media or who won the NBA championship. They don't care about none of that. So like just to realize your true inner potential. They also say, I am not this body, I am not this mind. So they're not, that's kind of an affirmation that they say to train their mindset to not even attach to their body. So I would say your true inner potential is Satchinanda, absolute being, absolute consciousness, absolute bliss, uh, realizing a higher state of being, existing, letting your soul shine, not attaching to things that don't serve you in the present moment, just letting your inner divinity and every cell in your body shine as bright as possible, and focusing on your inner divine light, making it come to the forefront, and making all the things that don't serve you go to the background. So that would probably be the best way to realize your inner potential, and just be grateful and have gratitude for everything that happens to you in the present moment. Wake up with a big smile on your face, enjoy the sun, enjoy nature, enjoy love, enjoy the prana and the atmosphere, enjoy all the finer things in life. Just be a bogar, be an enjoyer, like Bogan Antar. I didn't think inner happiness was real. It always seemed temporary or fake. But when I started practicing Kriya Yoga, I felt a quiet happiness I've never known before. This isn't about flexibility, it's about awakening. If you want to feel that too, join my free school at freekriyayogamasterclass.com or book a free call at kriyayogamasterclass.com.
and if we can do that, do you think that would be like living a meaningful life, to just live life like a Bogart to the fullest, and to be kind?
Yeah,
I don't know, being all the great things that humans can be at their best.
yeah, if you did the best you could, then you would have no regrets. You you would you would not have anything you were how could I say, like how can I put this? Like if what Chad said, if you go before the council of elders and they were like, you ate a cheeseburger when you were 10 years old, you wouldn't care. I did the best I could with what the tools I had. And I think I overachieved better than I should have.
Yeah, don't make me feel guilty.
I,
Like,
I got I got even faster. Yeah, so my guru used to say guilt is an attack on your soul. So if you have no guilt, you, you there's nothing you could be guilty of. Like I did what I did, and that's what I did. What? Turn the page. Like I got nothing. I got nothing to be ashamed of or anything. Like I lived it as best as I could. I helped as many people as I could, and I did the best I could. So what's the reason for me to come back? No reason. I did it. I did
yeah,
as much as I could, and No need for me to come back.
Yeah, I
I,
learned from it. I'm moving on.
I
That
escaped
brings
the
up a
war zone
question.
untouched. Yeah, go ahead, Paul.
So, does God judge us, or are we the only judges of ourselves? I know that we are God, so in a sense, it would be the same, but
Yeah, I mean, in my perception, I would say God is busy. He don't have time to say like, is this guy Vedguru Dev in Thailand, and let me judge him right now. I think God has a higher purpose. You know, he's not, and I don't think time and space apply to the highest frequency source. Let's say, you know, they're beyond time and space, so I don't think they would judge us at all. Let's say it like that, or have time. If you ask me, like, I don't think God is like, well, it's 9:10 a.m. in Thailand right now, and let's check in on Vedguru Dev. I got some judgment I need to give him. You know, so I think most of the judgment is we're our harshest critic. Let's say it like that. We judge ourselves, but in Kriya yoga, we try to not judge at all, right? Like when I see other yogis judging other yogis, it's almost ugly to me. It looks like they need more help dissolving their ego, you know? Like, so I wouldn't try to put any judgment on yourself if possible. Just, I did it the way I did it, and that's the best. That's the way I did it, and it happened the way it should have happened. And what can you do? I mean, what good is judging yourself? You know, you got enough landmines and obstacles and resistance to get through during the day. You don't want to add more. You want to add less. So I I wouldn't try to put any judgment or try to make sense of anything. Like most of these yogis, they just go with the flow. They don't know where their next meal's coming from. They don't know where they're gonna take shelter from the elements in the Himalayan mountains. They don't know anything. They just kind of go with the flow, and it happens the way it happens. So they don't judge anything or try to put any preconceived notions onto anything they do. They just it happens the way it happens, and that's kind of a freeing thing to think about. Like, be a free bird. Don't try to put yourself in a cage or a box with judgment. Just try to fly free. Whatever happens, happens. You know, when you start thinking about money, you're like, where's this money going to come from? How am I going to pay for this? Then you start putting yourself in that financial jail. You just want to be a free bird, not in a cage, fly. Well, you know, it sounds crazy, but I can tell you in the Himalayan mountains, we never talked about money. It wasn't even a thought in our mind. So it's possible. But to like people in the Western world, it seems like an impossible thing. Like, how could you live without money? Well, there are people doing it. Even in Thailand, like before I came on the satsang, I saw the Buddhist monks. They walk around barefoot. They have their saffron robe. They come to you with their bowl. You put some money in it. You put some rice in it. That's how they eat. You know, they're good for the whole day. They give you a prayer. In my case, they told me they don't want to give me a prayer. I need to give them a prayer.
How funny.
so, so they won't even accept my offering because they're like, you
They
have
can
a
sense you.
you have a higher frequency than me, so I would enjoy your prayer as more of an offering than any financial or food donation. So
Have you ever given them a prayer
yeah, all the
all
time,
the time?
every day, every time
Nice.
I see it. they're actually waiting for me. They're looking for me, right? So, so
So I feel like I don't know. I hope you don't take this wrong, but I feel like Kriya Yoga like magnifies my problems, or maybe I'm just like observing myself more, like like looking at myself, like why did I do that? I'm like an observant. I'm in observation mode, and I don't know. Like I was thinking, like on the spiritual path, do I want something that makes me feel good, or one that requires sincerity? And I want to be honest with myself and like why am I doing these things? I feel like Kriya Yoga requires sincerity, but I do feel like I'm judging myself, but it's just to be sincere with myself, to like why I do certain things and observing myself. So I kind of am judging myself, but I think to make myself better.
yeah, I would say, like I said before, I wouldn't judge yourself. I would just go with the flow. It happens the
Yeah.
way it happens, you know, like sometimes I have something to do and I miss my sadhana. I don't really judge myself or beat
Yeah.
myself up about it. I just say, all right, well, tomorrow's a new day. I'll do it better tomorrow. But I would definitely say that Kriya Yoga gives you the mindset of like a detached witness. You kind of step back from the TV and you become more of a detached witness. Like you kind of observe more things with awareness than with without judgment. So I wouldn't think about it too much. Like even sincerity, I would just try to do your practice, your sadhana, as wholeheartedly as possible, and where it leads you, that's where it leads you. And I wouldn't. I mean, I don't try to make sense of any of it, to be honest with you. I just this is what I do, and this is how I do it, and this is how it happens, and I just kind of enjoy the process. I don't really try to make sense of it at all, really. So
Yeah.
you become more of a detached witness and you kind of self-observe yourself, but not even observing yourself as like in a judgmental way. Like, I wasn't too proud of that I did today, but it's okay. Tomorrow's a
And
new day.
yeah, I'll
Try
do better
to
tomorrow.
I'll try to be 1% better than I was today, and that's all I can do. I'm not trying to be 100% better. You know, like Patanjali says in the Yoga Sutras, the line to God is not straight, it's a zigzag. You fall off, you get back on the path, you dust yourself off, you fall off again. It's just it's just part of it. It happens to everybody, so you shouldn't even beat yourself up about it or try to make sense of it. You just like, well, that happened the way it happened, and well, what can you do? You know, I can't go back in time and change it. I did it the way I did it, and uh, maybe I'll try to do it better tomorrow. You know, maybe not. Maybe I'm satisfied the way I did it today. You know, just keep going. It's a constant evolution. It's a constant spiritual growth. So even when you self-observe yourself, I wouldn't observe yourself in any kind of judgmental way. I would just be like, well, uh, you know, that's okay. I did it the way I did it, and that's the way it came out. So that would probably be the best soul-freeing way, I would say. Just let it happen the way it happens, and don't get attached to any kind of outcome, or definitely don't try to put no judgment or guilt on it at all. Just let it. All right. Well,
Yeah.
that's how it
Or
happened. It's like trying to change the end of a movie. It happened the way it happened, right? Like no matter how you wanted the movie to end, it ended the way it ended. And if you have that kind of discernment, you would just be like, well, that was interesting. That didn't happen the way I thought it would happen, but I enjoyed the way it did come together at the end. So
yeah, I don't want to judge myself. I think I'd rather like I'm just being honest with myself and just move from there. Like,
I mean,
oh, it's
even being
okay.
honest with yourself, I wouldn't get too attached to it. Like, well, that's the way it happened today. That's the way it happened, you know?
Okay.
Like, you know, like, you don't want to carry too much baggage. You want to fly light,
Be light.
you know? No, travel light. Where's your carry-on? No carry-on. Traveling light. So most of these yogis or agoris, as a symbol of renunciation, they don't have nothing. They just have the clothes on their back, but it's almost like a symbolization of them traveling light. Like I don't need anything to carry with me. So if you kind of have that mindset about your judgment, or your like your guilt or anything, like these are rocks I don't need to carry. Like, how do they serve me? They don't serve me. I'm just gonna live. I'm gonna go with the flow and live happy and as fluid life as possible, traveling light. Like I don't need this baggage anymore. So whatever those lower emotions are that you're carrying, anybody out there, desire, guilt, jealousy, judgment, I'm sure I'm missing a lot. Ego.
Yeah, there's a lot of them.
Oh, no. I usually say this in the yagna. Let me see what I say in the yagna. Vasanas, samskaras, karma, ego, fear, maya, delusion, obstacles, blockages, resistance, distractions, impurities, impossibilities, on and on and on. The Santa Claus list is way too long. I didn't know how much emotional pain I was in. I was holding it until Kriya Yoga helped me gently release it. This practice goes deep, even if you feel it subtly at first. If you're healing from stress, grief, or trauma, Kriya Yoga can help you. Book a free call at kriyayogamasterclass.com or start your free journey at freekriyayoga.com. If this video touched your soul, please like, comment below, and subscribe so we can keep healing together. Also, click this video right here.